Kissing you, me, sitting in a tree. Kissing, oh wishes. You, me, sitting in a tree. Kissing.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking to you about how I used the law of attraction to find my husband, to meet my husband, my soulmate, to marry him, and now we have babies. So I'm just going to be walking you through the process that I used once I was ready to meet my husband. So you guys know that I was married before to someone else, but that marriage ended shortly before I turned 30, a couple months before I turned 30 actually. And of course, naturally I was devastated about it because that had not been in my plans, but you know, it happened anyway. And I took some time out for myself and I met other people, I dated around a little bit, experienced some heartbreak in the process as well. But once I was ready to meet my husband, and I decided that I no longer wanted to just go on dates with strangers or with people that I was not particularly interested in or just to pass the time, I sat down and I did several things. One of the very first things that I did was I became very clear in what it is that I wanted. So once I became clear that I wanted to meet somebody and I no longer wanted to date around, I became very specific in what it is that I wanted. I actually sat down and I made a list of all the qualities that I wanted in my partner. I actually wrote it in the form of a story, and it started off like, now that I'm a married woman, married to my soulmate, who is, height wasn't a factor for me, wealth wasn't a factor for me. I just wanted somebody who was going to be crazy about me, the person, and somebody who wanted to grow with me, and somebody who wasn't going to be afraid of my strength because I'm very strong, somebody who wasn't going to be intimidated by how opinionated I was, and somebody who was going to be an equal partner in the relationship. So I sat down and I wrote my little story about where we were living, and again I was very specific. I said I wanted us to be living in the Victoria Park area, and we ended up living in that area for 5 years. And I wanted to make sure that there's somebody who wanted children, and when I did finally meet my husband, he did want children. And so I think it's very important for you to become very specific in whatever it is that you want. If you say something like, I want to meet a rich man, don't be surprised if you meet an 85-year-old man who's rich. You were not specific enough when you said, I want to meet a rich person, right? So it's important to be specific. The other thing that I started doing, once I made my list and I wrote my story, I went to my phone and I deleted all my bays. This is something that has to be done. Like I said in the video that I made the last time about the law of attraction, you have to take corresponding action once you declare to the universe whatever it is that you want. So I went through my phone and I deleted all the people that I no longer wanted to be talking to or wanted calling me at 2 o'clock in the morning or whatever. And for those persistent ones, I didn't delete, I just blocked because I knew that they'd call me anyway. And then I stopped picking up the phone calls when they called. When they wanted to come through at 2 o'clock in the morning like, hey baby, what you doing? I just didn't pick up the phone calls. I started responding to the text messages, and that was my way of signaling to the universe to say, I'm ready to be in a committed relationship, and this is why I'm no longer doing these things. So that was the second thing that I did. The third thing that I did was, when I was having dinner at home by myself, I set the table for two. It sounds crazy when you're single and you're by yourself in the apartment and you're setting the table for two people. But again, that was me giving another signal to the universe to say, I'm ready for a +1 in this apartment. So this is what I'm doing to prepare for the person coming to be with me and to live with me. The fourth thing that I did was, when I was parking my car, I stopped parking right in the middle, blocking 2 spaces. I parked all the way to the one side of the driveway so that there was room for another spot should he have a vehicle to park in that spot. The fifth thing that I did was I stopped sleeping in the middle of the bed. I moved over, I picked a side, and I moved over to that one side only, because then again there is another signal, an indicator to the universe to say, I'm ready for a partner and I'm making room for him to sleep on this side of the bed. So, and I feel that taking these steps and really assisted me, gave very clear indicators to the universe as well to say, I am actually ready to meet this person. And then I became very patient, and I just waited, and I knew that he was going to come, he was going to show up. I didn't know what it was going to look like. I didn't know what race it was going to be. I didn't know where he was going to be from. All I knew was he was coming because I was ready. And sure enough, I want to say within 8 weeks of making that list and doing those things, he showed up. I met him at the gym, and the rest is history, as they say. So I just wanted to share this story with you to encourage you as well, and to also arm you with things that you can do for yourself and in your life once you are ready to meet a partner, to meet somebody. And I think that one of the more important points in all the points that I made in the action steps that I took is deleting your base. I know people get really hung up on like, oh my gosh, like my life is gonna suck without anybody fawning over me or telling me how pretty I am, or like, you know, making love to me. But you've got to let those people go, because they've been in your life for a certain period of time and they haven't showed that level of interest. They haven't taken that extra step, so you are not that person for them, and you can't force them to be the person for them. So I encourage you also to just take a look at your life and see where you are, and if you're ready for, you know, you're ready for somebody to put a ring on it, make sure that you're giving the appropriate signals to the universe, and you're taking the appropriate steps. And the universe is here to support you, to guide you. It's never going to let you down. It's here to serve you, and if you work with it, it will work with you every single time. Anyway, I want to make that short and sweet, to the point, and I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it was very clear for you to understand. Give me some suggestions in the in the comment section below, as to what other videos you'd like me to make, because I'm going to be continuing with this series. But just let me know what it is that you'd like me to talk about in the next video, and I'll go ahead and make that video for you. I do have ideas and topics that I've already filmed, and I'm going to be continuing to be filming. Speak mama. And yeah, but just let me know if there's anything specific that you want me to film. I hope you enjoyed that video. Please comment, like, and share this video with your friends, your family, your cousins, whomever you want to share it with. And also remember to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!